I am so excited to be here with author Alex Nagy, who has written A Friend and a Donkey. So, Alex, tell us about your book.
Thank you, and I really appreciate the time you're giving me. Obviously, I'm totally new to this. This is my first book. Excited about it. I took this book. I'm sure you can tell from the premise of the book that the story is loosely based on the Good Samaritan parable from Jesus. We understand from that parable, how easy it is to, love your friends and your family, but how much more difficult it is to love someone who wrongs you. We also noticed Jesus kind of shed light on the status of people that highlighted like the heroism of the Samaritan, who in that day and age, they were pretty much a class of people that were despised. They didn't fit in. Yet in this parable, when this individual was attacked and robbed, those deemed as respectable or righteous, for example, the Levite and the priest, they passed by without offering any help. I then considered Proverbs. There's a Proverbs 18:24. It mentions a man of many companions may come to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. This bear was witness to the ideal that having a multitude of friends is not always the answer, but having quality friends is. And we knew Jesus loved everyone, and we know that he's not a respecter of persons, and we understood that clearly. But he also did maintain a close connection with his 12 and an even closer connection with three, as depicted in the Mount of Transfiguration. So we knew that Jesus only took Peter, James, and John to this incredible event. I also wanted to add to this book something that I read. It was a comment from the English writer Samuel Johnson, where he said, "Books like Friends, they should be few and well chosen." So how does this all come together, and how does it relate today? And then I thought about how does it relate to a child, because I was obviously focused on putting out a children's book. You know, I have two young daughters, and watching them grow up, you start realizing children from an early on, age that they desire social interaction, and they often grow up and they're caught up, finding their value, in the friends they choose. We might even be so inclined to believe that, children find their worth and merit as a human being with the associations they develop. Um, on occasion, this can lead a child down the wrong road, and they can begin to focus on the status or the popularity of someone, those niches, versus what is genuine or honorable in the action of that person. Which is why I also added to my book that, recognizing true friendship often isn't apparent, until difficult times occur. So the story itself, obviously it's written with a children's viewpoint. We've got some adorable animals included in it. In essence, we've got two main characters that we're focusing in on. One is this adorable hedgehog called Reuben, and he's looking for value and purpose in his life, and he's hoping to find this in the friends he makes. He's a bit vain. You might even say he's a little naive. He thinks by investing in a big party and inviting only the most prestigious animals, to this party, he's going to gain a sense of meaning and self-worth. You might even find him a bit rude initially, where he turns away the donkey, who for some reason had the idea he could come to this party. But the donkey didn't fit into Reuben's plans. This isn't part of that admired group of animals. So he didn't want someone making him look bad. So this is where the vanity comes in for Reuben. So the party comes to an end, and afterward, he experiences some hardships on his way home. He finds himself in a bad situation that he can't get himself out of, and he is virtually at the mercy of someone who can help him. He experiences one animal after another passing by. They make no effort to assist him. He also recognizes, which probably hurt him the worst, was that all these animals were at his party. So it was devastating. It was emotional and crushing to his own ego and to his own kind of sense of self-worth. However, in the end, when he just about gave up, the one animal who he discounted and virtually ignored showed up, and that was the donkey. It was the donkey who helped him. It was the donkey who carried him. It was the donkey who took the task providing Reuben, with a place to rest and to recover. Um, the donkey also exhibited certain things. He exhibited forgiveness, genuine affection. He acted on that. He was not a friend in words, but in action. And this greatly changed Reuben. And he realized, at that moment, how fortunate he was to have this donkey as his friend. It caused him to shift his values, where he was a little less vain and he recognized a friend, a true friend, uh, one who's there when you are in need. So that's pretty much what summarizes the whole book.
Love that. And I mean, that's such a powerful parable, in the Bible in the first place. And so you've obviously touched on this already, but really, what was the main inspiration for you to write this book?
I'm going to probably have to say, obviously, my children, probably first and foremost. My children, mean a great deal to me. I love my girls unbelievably. I want them, to have good friends in their lives and, to learn good social interaction. Um, and it was just a book that I kind of wanted to put together that would exhibit something to a child and realize, what are you looking for, in a friendship? And I wanted my girls to do that too. I didn't want my girls just finding anybody as a friend. Somebody, I don't want it to go by popularity or, hey, that's somebody who's a cheerleader and that's who I want to hang out with. I want them to find people that are, that are, that have a kind of a moral compass inside them. They act on the good things that, that they say. Um, and then I have to add my wife to it, because I tell you, my wife, with her patience, her kindness, her support, she's read the story over 100 times. Always gave me a lot of information as how I can improve it, how to kind of bring out the story a lot better. So she was a great support factor to me. I don't know if I really could have done any of this without her. So it really does come to my kids and my wife.
I love that. I love it. And so, what message, or if there's anything else you'd even like to share from your book, or just the message of your book. I mean, if there's anything else you'd like to share with your audience, we'd love to hear it.
I think the message is especially in this kind of day and age, there's so much divide, right, taking place with people. People are kind of looking at certain things and not really recognizing the value of somebody else, and I think it's important to, you know, um, um, sorry, my words kind of went out at this point.
You're
Uh,
fine. You're fine. You may
uh,
ask it again. I can ask it again if you want.
I'm trying to
Actually,
think.
go just start whenever you want, and then we'll just edit out that part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, let me think about it for a moment, because
We
I feel
already
like,
have to edit out because one of my emails just dinged and I forgot to turn my email ding
oh,
off.
that's
So
okay.
yeah, so
All
you're
right,
good.
perfect. That saved me. That saved me then. I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to think. I kind of elaborated a lot in the beginning, and that's really kind of the message that I'm pushing is, finding, you know, um, finding good friends in your life, and focusing on friends for who they are, and and how they treat you in your life, versus basing it on some type of status that they might be in, because sometimes I think we'll miss out on those people that don't fit that status symbol, and we'll never realize just what a value they could have been to our lives.
I love that. That's a powerful message. And Alex, thank you so much for talking to us today. I'm excited to see where this book goes, and
Thank you.
hopefully we'll be able to talk to you again soon and get an update on how things are going. And anyway, thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate your time, and taking this time with me.
Thank you.